Hey, Quincy, thank you for your time. That second half against Houston, was that as well as the defense has played all year, and do you think that's kind of a glimpse of what's to come?
Yeah, a glimpse of what's to come. Especially this week, we got a big run game that we got to stop. Very excited about that. So going back in, looking at the film and stuff like that, just getting together where during the first half, we kind of shied away from our run fits and things like that. So coming back the second half, talking in during the halftime and things like that, getting that together.
Quincy, you just mentioned it. I'm not sure if you watched the Arizona game yesterday on the day off, but what stood out to you about their run game?
Mainly just pushing around the pile. That's the main thing. Like those linemen, like they enjoy blocking for their running back, also for their quarterback too, though. Just because they both do a lot of the running. What it was, the 60-some yard quarterback run, also. So not in the back of our heads, but we know that they're capable of that too, though. Him and their good run game. So containing the quarterback also is one of those things on that list too, though.
Quincy, I know it's the other side of the ball, but how important has Morgan been to this team, Morgan Moses?
Not even talking about the play on the field, but just being a leader in the locker room, especially with everything just falling down outside of us. You feel me? Just keeping the team together, being a great leader, always coming in. Actually had a player-led meeting where he said some very powerful things for coming from different teams and things like that. He's one of those players that you just got to listen to, bro. You got to soak it all up. Everything he's giving you as far as like what he's seeing, as far as on the field, what he's seeing like in life, the locker room he's been around, the great people he's been around. So you're just soaking it all up.
Quince, do you have any, I know you're not in the same rooms with him in terms of position, but with regard to Morgan, but do you have any idea of the things he's been going through in terms of the knee drains and all that kind of stuff, just to stay on the field and play games with you guys with the stuff that's going on physically with him, just to stay on the field? The
crazy thing, he ain't never complained about it not one time. So he ain't never came in the locker room, complained about nothing. He's just, a hard worker. That's the biggest thing, which is actually, now you say about the knee drain and stuff like that. Got to chop it up with him, check and see how his mental going and stuff like that. Guys like that don't really complain or talking about all the stuff they got going on just to step out there on the field and give us they all on Sundays or Mondays or whenever we need them. It was a short week this week too, though. So, just having, like I said, just having those guys, bro, just soaking up everything they give, and then also letting some of that energy, go off into other people, that's real good too, because you got some people who battling injuries right now too, though, just having hey, man, Moses doing this, making sure he's staying prepared, just know he's sacrificing for the team. So now I feel like I got to go harder with me feeling healthy and things like that. He doing all this to get out there on the field. Man, I owe him a little bit more, owe him another percentage, you feel me? So that's kind of like the mindset.
When he spoke to you guys at halftime, what moved you most about what he said?
I'm be honest, man. Halftime went so long ago, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I remember that. I've been focused on the Cardinals. I'm gonna be honest with you. But just the conversation that he had, he actually stood up in one of the before one of the games and talked. Just told us his story, the things that he been through, what's his motivation, what's his why. You feel me? All that kind of stuff. That we thought about that too, though.
Quincy, with Kyler Murray, you mentioned his running. Drake May had some success running against you guys. Brissett had a big run. Stroud had some runs. Is it different, though, when you're going to a game, you guys know Kyler Murray's going to run. Maybe those other guys, it's not quite as a designed running with more scrambles. Is it kind of, is it easier to prepare when you know the guy's going to run and try to stop that stuff?
I would say it's one of those things where you go ahead and put it in the game plan. So it's not one of those things where you got to come to the sideline and be like, all right, guys, we got to get prepared for a running quarterback now. You feel me? And then you all of a sudden try to implement something in during the game. So now you have something that you practice all throughout the week, just preparing for those running type quarterbacks or just a strong run game, period, whether that's him scrambling, whether that's a design run, you feel me, or it's just him using his running back, you feel me, just to get open. So those type of quarterbacks, those are easier, not easier, but you feel me? You got that. Hey, let's go and put something in right now, just in case we need it right now. So you have that mindset. But where our D-line was eating this week, I'm very confident in them.
Can you describe what that win the other night can mean for this team going forward in terms of momentum and confidence and things of that nature?
Yeah, it was definitely big for sure. For the exact thing you just said, momentum, confidence. Because now, we've been working our tails off all week, every week. But now you kind of get a process of, okay, what did I do on Monday? And it was a shorter week, but what did I do on Monday as far as recovery and preparation? What did I do Tuesday? What did I do Wednesday? What did I do on game day to have myself ready individually to be able to go out there and put my best foot forward and help this team win? And I think us as athletes, that's kind of a process that you need week in and week out, and kind of take that forward, for this week as well.
How do you feel? What jumps out to you about the Cardinals offense?
Yeah, Connor, he's a beast. He's been a beast since he's been in this league. Also, you do have the rookie Harrison over there. He's kind of a guy who I just watched a couple games, like 2 games on him. Their last 2 games, he is kind of putting guys to sleep because they're running the ball so much. And then next thing you know, in the deep play action game, guys are getting lazy on the outside or on the back end, and he gets you for an explosive play. Then also you're talking about a dynamic guy with Kyler Murray. With the different throwing angles that he's able to throw the ball and put the ball down the field, and also his ability to run. Those 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 5s, even 3rd and 10s. He's scrambling for a first down. So I think us as a defense, all 3 levels, D-line, linebackers, and the secondary starts with the run game and then defending those guys down the field and also trying to contain Kyler Murray as well.
And obviously you're on the other side of the ball, but in that second half of the Houston game, Aaron probably had his best stretch as a Jet.
Right.
I'm curious on your end, what obviously you probably watched him for years, but
yep.
What did that look like? How did that feel going forward to see him slinging it around like that? His numbers were pretty impressive.
Yeah. It felt great, especially me as a defensive player. Them, as an offense, being able to get everybody involved. Garrett, Tay, both running backs. The offensive line, they were doing their thing as well. So it definitely felt good. And I know for A-Rod as well, it felt good because now, he can kind of figure out, how he can feed his guys and run in the pass. And, them as an offense, just continues to build chemistry and, keep this thing rolling.
Jalen, what's this been like for you this year? It's kind of weird coming in on the fly and having to go into a starting role, playing every down. Has it been hard to? What are some of the biggest challenges?
Definitely been a roller coaster. Something that I've never been a part of. Being released from the team. Missing the first 4 or 5 games, starting on practice squad, and kind of building myself back up. But the process is I always come in with your hard hat on. First, earn the respect of the guys that you're on the field with, then the coaching staff, earn their trust and their respect as well, and then go out there and perform. And that's just kind of been, my mindset. Go out there, put my best foot forward, and, show this organization, show the guys I'm playing with, they can trust me, and I go out there and make plays and help this team win football games.